Hello, everybody at home. First of all, hello. My name is Cruel. I'll be your host for the next run. As we're going to be starting with Portal Stories Mel in just a moment. Now, sorry about that. And now, as we do that, I do want to briefly mention that we are still running in support of the Dutch Cancer Society. We're still, all of your donations that we'll be getting in will be going towards them. 95% of them, of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society. So yeah, be sure to get them in. We still have a few incentives open, but I'll probably talk more about that at some point. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging any longer, and I'm going to send you guys over to thevug with Portal Stories Mel.
Central Station.
Door for you, so you can bunny hop faster than the train. Otherwise, you have to like sit in a 6-minute cutscene, and now I can just bunny hop to the end in like. Oh. 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 Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Over there. All right, so I'm still thevug.
I'm still Firefox.
And I'm still Rickles. I'm still here.
All right, so this is Portal Stories Mel. It's a fan-made mod of Portal 2, and I think it's on par with Portal 2.
Time starts when you gain control.
Now?
Now.
Oh, sure. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so you start off in this tram, which is a big reference to the Half-Life franchise, where you start in some train or tram, whatever. But the developers were kind enough to put some buttons in the tram that open the door, so you can bunny hop to the end. This was actually on request by speedrunners of the community, who helped test playing this game. So that saves about like I want to say 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more.
A lot of stuff doesn't has collision here.
So as you can see, the main movement of this game is bunny hopping, which is basically strafing in the air and repeatedly jumping to gain more speed than walking. Here I hit the end level trigger, and that's the first map. The storyline of this game is set between Portal 1 and Portal 2. It's like kind of like a connector between the games, story-wise. But it has the mechanics and the engine of Portal 2.
Responsible for any injury you sustain, up to and including death by exposure to.
Oops, got my head bonked there.
Don't worry, though. We haven't had an accident like that in 3 days. I told you it was easy to find. You found it faster than.
So this first 3 maps is just me bunny hopping to from A to B, basically.
Some introduction to the story.
Yeah, a lot of story building, character building, stuff like that.
Test subjects a great view of the place. But no.
So here I'm waiting for some dialogue anyway, so I can mess around a little bit.
When someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue, my former boys chickened out of me and built this elevator to go to our temporary offices. I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs.
So as I mentioned in the first map, the developers were really nice and put in some buttons to skip like big cutscenes that are like good for story but really terrible for speedruns. So in the next map, there are 2 more buttons which they put in the elevator, which basically skips the entire elevator ride. There's one in this D of today. There you go. And there's one over here. There. And then I can open the door here. And falling is way faster than that elevator is, so I can just fall to the loading trigger.
Normally this is really scenic, but this
yeah.
is a speedrun.
It's a really cool cutscene if you play it for the first time. All right, and the reason I am in Aperture in the first place is they've got a new test. It's basically some sleeping stuff which should enhance your sleeping.
Deep sleep. And then you're done.
But something goes wrong with the test, and I wake up like years later.
Like a walking zombie. Don't worry, those stories won't kill you. The safety on their guns is on.
This chamber here, it has the sleeping device.
If you're hearing this message, you're at the sleeping chamber. Carolyn, is the test ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
There's Cave Johnson, by the way.
Then you're good to go. Step into the chamber and get into the bed. Our lab boys will take care of the
Waiting
rest.
for dialogue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we stop the video.
Yep. And then we wake up years later, but we don't know that yet.
Hello?
And I've got to wait for some more dialogue before I can leave this cubicle.
I'm so sorry, astronaut, Olympian, or war hero. There was a slight problem with the test. Don't worry though, we got shot okay. Nothing's different, nothing's changed. Just head out of the chamber, I'll tell you a bit more out there.
There we go.
Fine.
As you can see, stuff has collapsed over here. Everything is broken and destroyed. Here I'm picking up the portal gun, and you'll see the portal gun in the animation, but I play without the view model on, because it's like really big and takes up a lot of space. So when I'm done with this animation, you won't see the portal gun again, actually.
It also moves quite a lot.
Yeah, it's more annoying.
You'll need that new test.
But I can still shoot the portals, of course.
We built a building like this.
So I'm making my way through this destroyed Aperture building.
Kind of awkward to move through.
Yeah, there's like a lot of rubble and mess on the floor, which can stop your momentum.
Lots of earthquakes. These earthquakes...
Like fallen desks and stuff.
Some stuff from the future got here.
Here's the first skip.
That's how it's here.
Yeah, it only saves like a little bit of time. It's a big circle jump into that portal. Normally you have to fall down into it.
I know.
Saves me the trouble of getting up.
Understand what you're used to, but while you were spending that little time sleeping, we had some
And this is actually a pretty big skip coming up. Normally you have to do some sequence with some buttons that turn power off and on and stuff, but you can just bunny hop over here behind this fizzler that kills you.
Skip almost the entire puzzle.
Yeah.
new tests can help.
Do I have time for a brief donation?
Of course we do.
We just got a €2 donation from Wilbo saying, "Hi again, just reminding Vug that he has to attempt the yeet fling on concepts.
I'll attempt it once or twice, and if I don't get it, then I'll do my strat.
Also, hi to all the QTs running and commentating." Thank you very much for your donation.
Oh, by the way, RIP headphone users.
Oh yeah.
Just to test
Oh,
your,
yeah.
It's really loud.
Also,
But that's the only jump scare.
so thank you, Gonzo.
Yeah, Wilbo is the man of the gonzos.
A little to his surprise, I have a Gonzo emote in my chat.
Yeah, I will sub to him.
Yeah, you have the more superior one. I do agree.
So this is the first real like puzzle chamber of the game, and it exists of two parts. And whoops, I can just reload my save. It's fine.
Yeah, something different about Mel is that you're allowed to save load.
Yep.
And you're not in normal Portal single player.
Yeah. So this puzzle exists of two parts, and I skip the first by doing a bounce on the blue gel, and I land on top of the second, which skips it as well. Only bad thing is I've got to wait for dialogue, but there is no dialogue, so I have to wait for the elevator to ride up all the way. It's pretty annoying, but hey, it's faster than doing the stuff intended.
Kind of boring. Kind of weird having an elevator without dialogue.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless.
That's how the elevators are
So,
programmed.
introduction here is button glitching. There's a lot of these red buttons in the game, and if you walk on them on the very edge for only like 1 frame or something, you trick the game into thinking that something is still on it, so it stays open. And that's used like 4 or 5 times in the run. Whoops. Fortunately, I can load my save.
Vug is trying to bounce on top of the
Yeah,
roof here.
there we go. So I can shoot a portal to the next part of the puzzle. And get to the end of the door. Normally you would need a cube here. Oh nice, I got that first try.
Try. Nice. But then glitches are kind of hard.
Yeah, and it definitely isn't RNG because you can like do it, but it feels like RNG.
So about before, you can get why I said all that, right?
So here thevug is trying to do a reportal.
Oh, I forgot to press the button.
Nice. So you get more velocity when standing in a portal and shooting another one on a wall. So and he uses that velocity to jump over to that platform and get the cube.
And you were full of them. So let's all just take a breath and start over. My name's Virgil.
So what I'm doing here is this cube is really important to me. There's only one. Well, this map as well exists of 2 pieces, and you're only given a cube in the first piece. So I want to preserve this cube to the second part.
Or a skip.
Yeah, so I can stand on it and shoot over a fizzler later. You can do it with a turret that is there, but it's way harder. Because turrets are annoying.
And they have a weird shape to stand on.
Now, according to my records of this room, there should be a turret shooting range at the far side.
So there's nothing really that broken now. It's just mainly intended to do it fast.
Yeah, kinda.
Good. That gel should help you get past those turrets.
So I brought the cube all the way here to put it here. So I can stand on top of it and shoot over this fizzler. Heck.
Which saves quite a bit of time. Right?
Yeah, there is a cutscene where Virgil talks to you for, I think it's like 1.5 minutes. So it's definitely worth bringing it.
Let me know when you have a moment.
Yeah, you can go ahead now. There's nothing special anymore.
Okay, we just got 10 euros from Olivia Pai saying, Go fast or riot. Much love to all runners, commentators, and the entire Source Runs community. Good luck.
Thanks, Olivia. Also, adopt me.
For the speed house, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry for what I said back there. We're in this together. You're my ticket out of the junkyard down here. I'm your ticket to the outside world.
Or elevators.
I'll do my best
Yeah.
to keep the insults at
Are you going to do your setting?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's too risky. Can you explain what I do normally?
Yeah, thevug normally, like on top, there is like a tiny part when you can place gel, and then you can place a cube near a portal, and you can like use the orange gel to give yourself a lot of velocity, and then the cube, you can use the cube for upwards velocity, and then you can like yeet to the end of the map.
Yeah, but it's super precise and super inconsistent. I used to be quite consistent at it, but I forgot how to do it, basically.
So
Also, this button is not cooperating.
Another button glitch.
Yeah. No.
Is there any scripted acceleration in this game?
I think so.
Yeah. Right. The final jump has scripted momentum, I believe.
I think probably more surfaces have it.
Probably.
Like, I know there are placement helpers that help you place portals. They can be helpful, but sometimes you want your portals to be in different spots than the placement helpers.
Yeah.
So basically what a placement helper does, it's a sphere, and if you hit the sphere, it just places in a certain spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so this map is quite long. It has a lot of small movement stuff in there, but not too much big stuff.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, stuff is going down, everything is getting destroyed.
So yeah, you can take the lift here, right?
You can, but then if you take the lift, Virgil talks to you about you being crazy that you're taking a lift while everything is collapsing. And if you take the stairs, he says exactly the same, but about the stairs, so you can do it right, basically. But the stairs are a little bit faster, so we use them.
And you can just jump through the fire there, you don't have to wait for it to go out.
Yeah, it's totally fine. This fire, however, you need to pour some water on it to extinguish it. Like there's fire there and you actually have to put water over it. There we go. Extinguished.
Right, get going before something else happens. Wow. If you'd been there a few seconds earlier, you'd have been incinerated.
You get to use boxes.
I need them up.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's weird because there are more of these boxes throughout the entire game, but these are the only ones you are able to pick up.
Fast. The sensors maxed out ages ago. Warning lights, woo, going crazy all around. This just got a lot more serious.
Still doing normal, like normal stats.
Yeah,
it's faster.
Whoa.
Up to me. Hurry.
The funky strats are coming up later
Yeah.
at the end of this map. There we go.
Another blocked corridor. So, Mel, why don't you take your time? Look around here. I'll try to slow the rising goo down a little bit harder, I guess. Just don't take all day. The doors are locked.
Right, so there's a really like large room over here, and you have to extinguish some more fire with water. It's actually a mechanic that's not in Portal 2, but only in this game.
Wow.
But we can, like, there's fire there and there's water here, and you can extinguish it, but we're not gonna do that.
Well, that's just great. Can't we get through a room once without stuff blowing up or blowing
Wait, I can
our
just-
way?
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Try to find some water again or something.
There we go, and then we evade the entire fire sequence thing.
Just go to the end.
Yeah,
Stay to the end.
and this bit is even larger, and you have to like activate a switch to activate blue gel. Whoops, I fell down. And then you have to activate a switch which activates orange gel, and it's really slow.
It controls the hatch. Try to get
I'm trying to get this reportal, but it doesn't work.
Typing can be hard on reportals.
Yeah. But we're gonna skip getting the both the gels over here with a big big fling to the end, like this.
Nice.
There we go.
My records show that at least 2 people were needed.
All right, and then there's this big cutscene while this elevator comes down.
You have some time to mess around.
Yeah,
Do you need to wait for the elevator to come down?
yeah. Like this, that thing has to open and the elevator comes down. Then I get in the elevator and then it gets up. So that's like takes like a minute.
Minute of nothing. So Mel is not that optimized, sadly. So some maps will drop a lot of frames.
Yeah, that's because there's a lot of puzzle content placed in one map, so there's really few loading screens compared to Portal 2, but the maps are way bigger and you get some FPS drops. Like there's the elevator. And I hop in. And then we gotta wait till it rises up. It would be great if someone found a skip that you don't have to take the elevator, you can just fling up there, but no one has a...
stuck launch or something.
Yeah, I've actually looked for that, but I've not found anything useful yet.
So stuck launch is where you get stuck on a wall or something, or between a few objects, and then you just get a lot of velocity.
Yep.
Because the game tries to push you out.
Right, so most of Mel so far has been set in the old Aperture theme. There's one more map, and then from there we're gonna go to like the newer Aperture aesthetic. But first we've gotta actually meet Virgil.
Oh, great. You're here. I can finally get out of this technological nightmare. If you can get into the offices...
I believe that's the only place where you don't get pushed out of a portal if you stand at the correct spot there.
Not because you shoot on the ground instead of a wall.
Yeah. That's Virgil.
I'm right over here.
He looks a lot like Wheatley, but more Scandinavian.
Finally see you. It's kind of lights.
He's also a core, so yeah.
Yeah.
Check. Action.
There he is.
Good. That
Take a good look at him, because you won't see him for long.
motherboard was almost going critical. All right.
And we don't see him again till the final map.
Good to be back on track again. Let me go back here and get your elevator.
Don't you have some downtime right now?
Yeah, I have a lot of downtime here.
Do you need to wait for Virgil to lower the elevator?
Yeah. And then he turns like off lights, and then you hear Aegis talking again, which is like, it seems like he's the villain of this this game, but it turns out he isn't. spoilers.
Well, I mean, if you have some downtime, I can talk a bit for you.
Go ahead.
Sure.
So first off, we have 2 donations that just came in. One €2 donation from Knipje saying hi to Firefox.
Hey,
So-
Knipje.
We also got a €9 anonymous donation, no comment, but thank you very much for that donation. And while I'm talking here anyway, I quickly want to mention that we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. The name probably kind of implied that. We're streaming live for you guys from Alphen aan de Rijn here in the Netherlands. And we do so just about every month, so if you're in the neighborhood, be sure to drop by. And we are currently raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. 95% of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society. The other 5% will help us to improve BSG.
All right, so here I have to do a strat from Wilbo. He donated earlier. I have to do the strat because of him. I probably won't get it. It's really hard, but it's super cool.
Well, you got it first try during practice.
Yeah. I missed it.
Close.
All right, I'll go for the... Whoops, I fizzled it.
So you can fling over that way. It's really hard, and
Yeah.
like timing and placement of portals is really precise.
So Wilbo, at least I tried. Don't give me crap for it. So I'll do my strat instead.
It's a simple cube hop,
Yeah, over the goo there. And we can keep the cube to this map.
which isn't intended.
Nope. Because if we get the cube, we can do this. Place a portal on the bottom and one at the top and activate the button. And that opens the door for a bit. And it's just long enough for me to walk through, which skips the entire map.
This serves as a placement helper that's really strong. So
Yeah.
you really have to aim in the corner to make sure the portal is aligned in the right way.
This is also definitely not intended, by the way.
This part especially not.
Nope. That's a pretty hard... No, I won't make that.
So thevug is trying to carry some momentum here to make the gap.
There we go. Pretty hard bunny hop there. And this is the first part where there's a funnel, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Or at least one that you use.
And you'll get to see the two broken features of a funnel. One is you can clip objects through solid walls. And the second one is being able to fly.
So if you save load just after exiting a funnel, you get crouch fly.
Yeah. And you can adjust horizontal momentum in the crouch fly, but not vertical momentum. So I had to, whoops, I had to, oh crap, I gotta do this again. So I used the cube to lower myself, basically, because I cannot do it otherwise.
And here you have to avoid a lot of clip rushes.
Yep.
While jumping in the elevator.
Yeah.
I think we'll be in the clear for a little bit, but somehow I
So it actually was a variation of couch fly he did.
Yeah,
Where-
actually.
Yeah. So it's one called couch stand fly. So you're standing
Yep.
instead of crouch.
I believe that's the only variation I use in this run.
Yeah. So special about this is that you can just walk normally, but if you jump, you get launched up.
Yeah. But once you've jumped, you cannot go down again.
gave me an idea. I'm going to reroute some of the water to the Aegis server.
And I believe you can preserve it between maps as well.
Yeah.
You can, which I will be doing in the next chapter, actually.
So if you jump inside the elevator, you lose it, but if you go in the elevator with couch fly, you conserve it.
Yeah. There we go. There's a trap panel here.
Are you all right?
Yeah, but funnels are really broken in this game, and
Yeah.
especially with safe loading.
The plan to flood the servers worked. I should be able to get you back in.
Yeah, safe loading with funnels is really ridiculous because it allows you to preserve it no matter what. So there's a funnel here again. So big shocker, we're gonna use it to fly.
A much harder time tracking our movements. I'm working on getting control of the elevators, so just
There we go.
get through this test.
So you can change your like vertical
Yeah.
direction using funnels.
So here I use it to go down again. And then I save load because if I stand on this button, the fizzler changes directions, which will let me lose crouch fly. But because I've save loaded, I won't. Nice. I have to shoot my portals really fast there, otherwise the cube falls down on the floor again.
Still lose crouch fly, right?
Transfer down below.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I have to shoot the second one really fast again, otherwise the cube just falls down.
Rerouting the elevator works.
There's actually a soft lock in this map, in this bit here, where you can clip out of this elevator, and there's no way to hit the loading trigger up there again. So
Let's not try that.
let's not try that, no. There we go. Oops.
So you can handle a lot.
One of the easiest maps.
This
Yeah.
puzzles.
new introduction track designed for new test subjects. You should do this really quickly.
Portal peaks.
Got a plan.
Yeah.
Mel, over here. So, all right.
Intended on faster.
I was
Yeah,
able to
basically.
hack into that system and
Another
run a basic
elevator.
diagnostic before I got booted.
Right?
The computer
Yeah,
knows
and this one takes a while to get down and to get up again.
An intrusion system, or AGIS for short. It looks to be a security mainframe, trying to protect the scientists logged into its system. It hasn't been turned on in decades. Maybe that's why it's after us, and whatever that last threat is. Maybe it thinks we killed the scientists. All right.
So here, normally you should go there,
Of this place.
and then you will find that you need a cube there, so you go back here and find a cube. But of course we already know what's gonna happen, so we can grab the cube immediately.
Work in progress test
Obi.
chambers.
Oh, nice.
Well. Always well prepared. I guess you already knew that somehow that cube would come in handy. Have you done this before?
Actually.
Great. Through
I have.
the backstock chamber GLaDOS was designing before her demise. Never finished, but it should at least be working.
Yeah. Drop a cube in there.
Can I do another donation for you?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
We just got 30 euros from the Latvian Billy saying,
Hey.
"It's your boy, Latvian Billy, with an awesome donation. Good luck on your run and don't forget to drink water."
Yeah, you got to stay hydrated, boys.
Yeah,
Classic.
classic. There we go.
Oh, yeah, thanks for that, Firefox.
Opening panels near biological target.
So there's a really long-winded part further on. So and there's no funnel there, but there is one here. So I'm gonna grab the crouch fly here, save load so I can keep it to the next map.
Time might not be so forgiving.
So I can skip. There's like one puzzle, and then you have to do it again, but slightly harder, and then again, but slightly harder. So we basically skip 3 puzzles.
And Thug can't jump here, otherwise he's
Yeah.
in trouble.
So I gotta get down using this slanted surface there. And there's like the chambers there. Whoa, I hit something. Where did I save?
Previous map?
Please no. No, we're
Oh,
fine.
yeah, okay. It's not that bad. It's
We're
an
fine.
auto save.
Yeah. No, it's not. I did it.
Oh.
All right, let's not hit that again.
Like,
There we go.
clip rushes above guardrail tend to be really large,
Yeah.
so you can't jump off accidentally.
Exactly. So next up are the overgrown section of this game, which have a lot of funnels in them, which is good.
For speedruns.
But I still preserved the funnel from previous map, so I still have fly. So I really should not be jumping because I'll lose my control. But I can use the funnel fly from the previous map in this one as well.
Oh no, 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 no.
And this elevator is not fast.
Path for the elevator. Hold on for emergency brakes. Just climb on out of here and let's get moving.
There's quite a lot of story.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
But hey, we don't care about that.
you could have been in there.
You have to be fast.
Yeah.
It just worked. Ooh, these are the old offices.
Here I have to listen to Virgil for another minute.
Behind when
But there is a very, very, very minor optimization. If you hold this camera up here when he comes through, he'll like shudder with his face, and it's like, I believe, 2 ticks faster. And a tick is 1/60th of a second.
It's totally worth it.
Yeah. Eat that.
All right, time to start hacking into these systems.
Now you can play around with the cameras a bit.
Passwords. Password. Admin.
There we go.
Just
Onto the puzzles,
controls.
which are barely puzzles if you have funnel fly.
I think there's some info here about Aegis.
This game really wasn't made for Couchfly.
No.
So get back to the testing track.
Can I butt in here again for a moment?
Of course you can.
Well, the Latvian Billy just got back to us with an €8 donation saying, let's make it 240. That's almost a 420, but I'll take it.
Good enough.
Yeah. Oh, I already activated that.
Thanks, Billy.
Sorting these computers. It'll take me some time to sort through these and come up with a plan so we can get rid of Aegis. According to the systems, the toxic goo is still rising. You should continue to move through the tests and
There's a precise point I want to shoot here, so the portal's just high enough for me to enter, but also not too high, so I will make it onto this platform.
information.
And here I go up.
We killed the scientists, so it's activating some sort of kill order.
Wait for the next map.
Yeah. I don't want to have funnel fly here, because I would have to get funnel fly anyway on top of there, so I can get it here as well.
Well, it seems that we won't be able to stay in the plant field test chambers much longer.
So you use a lot of the environment to change your horizontal.
Yeah, especially in the next
Vertical
part
height.
of this map. Hold on, let me save and load real quick so I get to preserve it.
But leave that to me. You can continue solving these tests. Hey, Mel. You have no idea how hard it is to move around here. Anyway, remember those old turrets from all the way at the bottom
Yeah.
of the facility?
With Couchfly, this is really easy.
Yeah,
Security system
especially here. Here's like this. This is the only slanted surface on the ceiling, but it's perfectly placed.
instead of humans. If we go down to a turret production line, we might be able to produce friendly turrets.
So this is sort of intended, except for we skip the funnel part of this map because we already have flying anyway. There we go.
Test subjects rated that
And then we just have to. I want to have funnel fly in the next map as well, so I better preserve it. So I have to like wait till I fly down. There we go. And I enter the elevator so I won't lose it.
I'm still sorting through all those files. There's
There we go. Get to the perfect height using the environment again.
I'm trying to find something that can help us. Huh. Did you know you can increase the
Sadly, this door at... Whoa, I hit that thing that makes me go down. Hopefully not too fast. Oh, we're fine. No, wait, it fizzled my portal. I'll load.
Might be easier than actually doing backup.
Yeah.
terabytes of emails. I'm trying to find something that can help us.
So the environment can also mess you up.
Your core.
Yeah, basically. That surface is slanted, so it pushed me down quite a little bit. So I get it down a little bit faster. So yeah, sadly that door requires 2 cubes.
Still not too hard to get them with couch fly.
No.
Severely out of date.
So here we can clip this cube under the fizzler.
Yeah. I don't know, like normally in Portal, cubes and other props fizzle inside the goo,
Yeah,
but not here.
in this game, I don't know why, but it doesn't. Oops.
Great for speedrun.
Yeah. This game is so better speedrun-wise than Portal 2, like, for me, at least.
You don't have container, right?
But that is the biggest part of it, yeah. And you can save and load, which is also great.
Alright, a quick update.
That's just a community
Finally,
choice.
maps. Apparently it takes
That is true.
some time.
And I disagree.
From all
Yeah.
capture are still coming up.
Can I do another one?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
We just got an anonymous €1 donation, which just says, "Don't mess up."
All right, I won't. Thanks.
Pressure is on, dude.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's a lot of use for crouch sliding here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Much more than in Portal 2.
Yep. Well, in Portal 2, crouch fly is only introduced in Chapter 8. Whoops.
Yeah, the end.
Yeah.
And here you have it quite early.
Yep.
Also, you can save load, which like makes it easier to use.
Yeah, more diverse. Use a quick portal bump here.
So shooting a portal on the edge of another portal and then it places it, like the game tries to place it next to it and it just moves. So, and it can clip through walls that way.
The next chamber is
And here we go up because I don't want to have funnel fly in the next map because I want to bunny hop.
because
And you cannot bunny hop with funnel fly.
Hey, we're finally at the production facility. I've been able to find a rail a bit further
Oops.
on. We'll be going through the weighted storage cube manufacturer.
This is basically bunny hopping from A to B. But there's one cool trick here, where if I'm fast enough, I can make it this cycle to this cube. Barely missed it, so I gotta wait for the next cube. Normally you've gotta wait for the door to open, and then you can go through, but then you have to wait it for another time because you have to go back as well. And this way you can just shoot a portal through that gap.
Did you know that Aperture Science weighted storage cubes have to be bulletproof?
Some more bunny hopping.
Or wall stafing.
Yeah.
Human offices are up those stairs. There are no
So
cameras
wall
in
stafing
this
is pretty easy actually. You just have to press W and A into a wall and angle yourself slightly into the wall. And you gain more speed than normal walking.
Yeah.
through the service areas.
It's about 25% faster, I believe, so it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah.
And if you can bunny hop as well, that's like way faster.
Almost at Aegis.
It's great to start a bunny hop.
Your head here.
Yep.
Those metal plates will hurt if they hit
Guys,
you.
can I just say we just hit €250?
Hey, nice.
You see, we just got a €9 donation from the Latvian Billy.
Hey,
Saying,
hey,
my last
friend.
donation, I promise. Well, thank you very much, dude.
What an impressive
You wanted to make a nice round number,
Yeah.
so who's
cut off here. But
who's going to ruin that?
So this part of the map is really dark. You probably can't see it on stream, but I'm like navigating through a really dark part where normally Virgil takes his flashlight out and he shines on the way for you. But we're too fast, so we skip that dialogue where he turns it on, so it's dark the entire way.
Like Ferg has played so many times, he knows where to go.
Yeah, exactly. So 2 more maps left, but this first one takes a really long time because there's like 3 things we have to take care of. It's basically sabotaging Aegis.
done any of this without your help. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be stuck down there in the junkyard offices. Probably my battery backup would have run out. in
More
a few
elevators.
days. So,
Yeah.
thanks.
It's the last one though.
So,
Well, not really.
get this done.
There's one in a cutscene after the game is done,
I believe in you.
but whatever. We don't have to wait for that.
Alright, so, in order to get to the Aegis core, we need to turn on the power, unlock the doors, and replace the turrets. Once that's done, we should have a clear shot at Aegis. Let's get going. Every vent in here is filled with those turrets. We pulled up every last one of them a long time ago. Okay, Mel, I'm reading that the generator...
So here I have to get myself shot by these turrets so the glass breaks so I can exit here. There we go.
Also not die.
Yeah, also don't die. And have him shoot this glass as well. Perfect.
I guess manual bypass does work, doesn't it? Good work.
And now they're turned off.
And all right, now
So you need to complete a few things before you can go to the...
Yeah, you
boss
can
door.
you can go to the final door, but the game won't let you through if you haven't done all 3 things. So that was one of them.
Was disabling the turrets?
It's turning power on or something.
Oh.
Hey, who cares about story?
This is a speedrun, we
Yeah.
don't have time for that.
Alright, so I think that might not be as easy as I once thought. Aegis has done quite a bit of...
So here we have to kill these turrets because there are so many of them they will kill you. Also get some goo on the floor there, I will need it later. So normally you would have to wait till that chamber is done, like coming in and opening, and you have to do some stuff in there. But there's a really cool fling we can do here,
and get to the security room.
which is pretty hard.
You have to strafe into your portal to
Yeah,
get more speed.
to make it onto here.
Quick portal bump through the fizzler there.
Yeah, it saves 0.5 seconds. Let's hit that button, just to be sure. The entire reason we're there anyway. Alright, that's the second thing. Third thing is swapping the... like,
Target of the turrets.
yeah, the target of the turrets. Normally the target is me, but we're gonna swap a picture of Aegis for me.
This is where they might get
So this trick is really weird. If you put a portal here and here, and like press the use button there, you can open the door, which normally can only be opened from the other side.
so. There's about
Like
3 ways
how the game is coded and it places you behind, I think.
Yeah.
and works.
So there's the picture of me, which is really accurate, of course.
Of course, an accurate picture of a server room.
Yeah, and it's super handy that there is just a picture of the server there.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't there, like, well, that's just it then.
Yeah.
Right, let's hope I don't get the Wilbo softlock. TM. No, I got it. Okay, good.
Do you know what causes that soft lock?
No, and no one does. That's the fun part.
Because that door just can't open sometimes.
Yeah, and then you're screwed.
Yeah. Basically a reset.
Yep.
As it read that there was an
These turrets don't target me anymore, so don't get scared by turrets anymore.
get replaced to make sure.
So you could be up through there earlier.
Yeah, but the door won't open because you haven't done all 3 things.
Scratch that.
So final map is coming. You're basically killing the server banks of Aegis, but I call it babysitting because there's this turret you use to shoot Aegis, and you have to babysit that turret so it shoots to shoot Aegis server banks.
There's a faster stat, but it's really hard.
Yeah,
It requires you to clip a turret through a wall, and then you need to jump on it, and then you need to do a really hard circle jump on top of Aegis.
yeah, because that's where we want to be in the end, on top of Aegis, and like get to his control room.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah. So there's like server banks there, but this door opens first, and there's some more server banks over here, which we're gonna shoot
It doesn't seem to know about the turrets yet.
because turrets are our friends now.
Careful, the water is electrified.
There we go.
Look at the damage that pumping up the water.
There he is. This is the first turret we're babysitting.
So you need to wait for him to destroy every server.
Yeah,
and there are quite a lot of
there's
them.
a lot of them. Like unnecessarily a lot. There we go. Use some more water to put out this fire.
Uncompromised initiating asphyxiation program. Training.
So here are the other server banks. There's like 4 banks of 8 of them. So there's 32 more we have to destroy. And they're all in blocks of 8, so.
And this is timed, right?
Yeah, but the timer is so ridiculously high that it's like
Oh, yeah.
I have over 5 minutes, and like, it won't take 2. But that's most games with finale sequences. This door only opens if you've destroyed the first 16.
That's half the servers on this site blown up. There are a few more.
Kill this turret so the glass crashes.
Get upstairs.
And there's like also old turrets, which have the old protocol, so they still target me. So I have to take those out so I don't die. Kind of handy. Get myself into the final room.
Really close to the end.
Using a really easy fling here. There we go. Two more turrets. Yeah, these are the last 8. And there's a tiny risk here. If I place him here, I just have to hope he targets all 4 of them, so I can go further already. And time is coming up when I enter Aegis' control room, so be ready for that.
The thevug is doing a circle jump through this portal here.
There we
nice.
go. And time.
Oh.
And that's Portal Stories Mel.
Now, before we go off, I'm going to interrupt you. I'm sorry to do that, but we did get another question through a donation, so I want to have asked it.
All right, go ahead.
So we just got a €3.66 donation by Anonymous saying, the speedy jumping in the Portal speedruns remind me of circle jumping you can do in the Quake 3 mod Urban Terror. But I think in Portal, is the timing more critical, right?
I don't know if the timing is more critical, but yeah, it's definitely based off that.
Yeah.
It is.
It feels way different.
You also bound your mouse to scroll wheel, so you can like put in tick perfect jumps.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
As close to an answer as we're going to get. I'm sorry, I'm going to leave it back to you guys.
All right, well, that was Portal Stories Mel. Play the game normally if you want to check out the story.
It's free.
It's actually good, and I think, yeah, I think it's a good enough game that Valve should like buy it, but whatever. That's my opinion. All right, thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you, thevug, and also Firefox and Rekilled on the commentary. We're going to be moving on in just a bit to Phineas and Ferb, Right Again by Certainly Someone Here. I do believe we're going to go into a brief little ad break before then as we get the run set up. So, yes, stay tuned and we'll be right back with you guys.